Good morning, YouTube. Got to turn off the Nord VPN, so hopefully stuff will work right. we're running hard. I don't have no time to stop. Uh, I got a certain amount of hours left on my clock to get this where it got to go. Barely got to know. Barely. But hey, I need this check. So, but we're going to do it safely. That's the first thing we're going to say. We're going to do this safely. But we're going to get it. How was you guys' weekend? I, long story short, I've had two trailer in the 2,700 miles after the day of, and I've had two trailers with blown tires. The one yesterday morning, it's so different. You get understanding people on YouTube, but TikTok, they looking at every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, People have told me that I didn't do my pre-trip, and I actually did one. Check the tires and everything. Oh, you didn't check the tires. One was low, and the other pressure blew the other one, and so forth. I had two blown tires yesterday morning, and I didn't notice because normally when the tires blow, you hear it. It's a big boom, it's like a freaking explosion. But I didn't hear it. And it was 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just, I might have missed a mirror or two, but there was nobody out there but me. And I was just, trying to stay safe going down a freaking mountain. And then after a while, I kind of noticed sparks coming in. It caught my eye out of one mirror. I said, what the heck? I'm seeing sparks. And then it went away. I said, maybe I hit something. And then I look on my right side mirror and I'm seeing all kind of sparks. I was like, oh crap, I got a blown tire. So, pull over and I seen that they took out two tires on the right side, all the way in the back, and had to call somebody. He actually came pretty quick. And, I posted on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, they ate me up alive. I didn't pre-trip right. I was checking my mirrors. It doesn't matter when I seen it, and I pulled over. But I had to pull over in a safe spot. Like you just don't pull over anywhere. I had to pull over a safe spot, and where the guy could maneuver in and do what he got to do. And I spotted. I guess they call it a dummy cop car. I spotted a cop car, and I'm like, oh, I better pull over now. But I was coming up on the toll, and hey, Mike, what's going on, man? How's your weekend? And I was coming up on the toll, and I pulled over, and there was nobody in there. So everybody, that's a fake car, and I'm like, see, these are the idiots say, hey, you can keep going. Well, the back axle was leading. You can't keep going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, some people are very judgmental and stupid as all get out. I mean, honestly. Very judgmental and straight stupid. And to be the person that I am today, but I didn't realize my first marriage, I was just it was so bad. I didn't realize this for like getting there. And sometime this year, I realized that My first marriage was so bad that I subconsciously withdrew it into myself and held all my emotions in check. I held all my emotions in check. And when I finally snapped and I got away from my first wife, I left. I left her. And I met this first person. I'm not even going to acknowledge their name. I was so trusting that I didn't realize what was going on. My subconscious, my subconscious opened up the floodgates to my feelings again. Because I just openly trusted the next person. Turns out I was not prepared, one, for another relationship. Two, I wasn't prepared. One, I wasn't prepared for a relationship. I wasn't prepared to have one. And my feelings, which were numb for so many years, they opened up. And the floodgates came out. And I had such a hard time. I had such a hard time. When I say hard time, oh man, it was unbearable. It was such a hard time because I didn't realize over the years that I had bottled everything up. And I was trusting again, and that was the worst thing I could ever do. And I just got my heart broken, and I got decimated. And it was about just as bad as leaving my first wife. And I remember, I'm just adding all this stuff up to tell you all this story. My son, who's old enough to know about right and wrong, he's seen what she was doing to me. Like, this is what she would do. I took her to her mother because her mother was starving, man. She was nothing but skin and bone. I took her mother in. They would go out, take her, my son, and my mother-in-law. They would go out and eat and not come back, not give me nothing. And I was a subcontractor at the time. All we were living off of ramen noodles. I was doing ramen noodles for 10 cents. She would talk down to me in front of her mother, and I took it. My first one, I took it because I thought this is my penance, my sins, because I was highly religious at the time. My sins, I'm paying for past sins and everything, not knowing that Jesus, the blood of Jesus, wiped away all your sins. But I took it to the extreme. See, I'm telling you all the damage that was done. The blood of Jesus, and all that. And when I left her, I still had the mindset of choosing the wrong partner. I was choosing the wrong situation. I was choosing what I was used to, which was drama, which was, hate and discontent, which was pain and suffering, mission, including, no boundaries. All this stuff that I'm learning through TikTok and Facebook, boundaries and gaslighting. I didn't know what gaslighting was. I didn't know what a narcissist was. I didn't know all of this stuff. All I knew is what time would fix everything. But it didn't. I'm realizing that all it did was gave me enough time to forget it. And a lot of times you get a song, let me know if I'm right or wrong. You get a song or a situation that reminds you of something stupid that you've done in your life. You get a song or a situation that will remind you that you you okay. I was gonna say you are a piece of shit. No, that you think you are a piece of shit. Because I was not used. I'm still getting used to having uh actually liking myself, and it's been 10 years. I'm so I it's something as simple as giggling. Like this morning, I was walking. I walked to a red. I almost walked to the. Almost walked to the wrong truck. Okay, and I was like, "Oh man, my goofy behind self." Almost walked on, and I'm laughing and giggling. But see, here's the thing: the people, we hear all of these big words, we hear all of these big sayings and phrases, and all of this stuff. We've got women that don't want to take accountability. We've got men that don't want to take accountability. We've got everybody fighting against each other and not saying, look, there's a problem here. And a lot of times I get on here and I say, you guys are my counselor. You guys are my, uh, I throw stuff off of y'all. And the reason I throw it off of y'all because I got nowhere else to throw it, you know? And I realized when I heard this song, it says, I ain't healed. I just learned how to hide it. And that's just the freaking story of my life. And it's so funny. There was a person on, I started following him on TikTok. And the way he explained it, he said your subconscious is still going to hold on to certain things because it's still afraid. And I remember, I was doing like the guy said, look, I had to talk to myself. I'm in this, even though that song gets to me and almost has me tearing up. I'm in a safe place. My life is better now. My situation is better now. I am a better person. I actually like myself. I'm actually happy. You know, and I'm happy. And it's so funny. This is the thing that a lot of these internet trolls don't understand. A lot of people like you and me, Mike, we just we're just happy for no daggone reason. And the reason why is because we found something that makes us happy. I wish I like watching the vegetable videos, the growing videos, because the reason behind it is that's an art that has died out from our people. That's an art that died out from our people. And it needs to come back. You got people, like yourself, and I'm using you as an example. Um, you're better than me because I'm not feeding a squirrel. He got rabies. He gonna bite me. But these squirrels love you. I got squirrels or what you call it, chipmunks, I think. But they've been thinned down because, and I didn't see them this summer. But there's a hawk that the hawk's territory is our neighborhood. And I've seen that big mamma jamma a few times perched on the tree in the backyard. And I looked up and said, "Dang, that boy big." I've seen it. I've seen the deer. I've always wanted, and I think I would do that. this weekend. What I'm gonna do, Mike, is I learned from a YouTube a while back. I'm gonna amend my soil, not just by tree branch, but I'm gonna get some deer corn, and they got some. I shouldn't do it now. I should wait till the summer to break down much better. But like some feed, like chicken feed, and just spread it around the lawn and work it in. And that stuff breaks down, and it helps the lawn. uh, I might see if I can go over to the. I still got the. I don't know if still lets some people come over there and get the account portion number. But I used to go do that all the time. And but um, the fact is, a lot of content creators are just giving you a glimpse of their life. They're saying, "Hey, this is what I'm passionate about." A lot of people say, "I know what I'm doing." I don't know what I'm doing, but I like doing it. Like I have this. I don't know if you know about an app, Mike. If you do, send it to me in the email. I got wireless. I got a wireless microphone, but I have to take the whole. I have to take the whole all the safety stuff off of my phone. The case to stick the receiver in the bottom. And I'm trying to figure out a better way to do that. And I'm trying to figure out a way that I can connect it to my GoPro. Trying to figure out how to use the GoPro and you know, uh, what's the word I'm looking for here? Lives with my GoPro. But and I've seen in everything in the app, it shows go live on on social media, but my app doesn't have that. I've I've uninstalled it, started back up, and still doesn't have it. But the reason I'm saying that is, I think why my channel grows slowly and steadily is because I'm real. I don't be fake about it. I'm just, and I discovered, and I like technology, but I get frustrated with it. I say, like, I got a gimbal. I got a gimbal. But boy, that thing, you need a phone, and you touch one thing, boy, it's crazy. But I gotta start working on it. I have a drone that I can do camera shots with, but I don't have time. Maybe that's it. But again, I'm reminded that I'm not healed. I just know how to hide it. And I've had many times we joke about it where I just go off the deep end. But something set me off that flashback. Something got on my nerve, and this weekend was trying to push it. And I said, some said, no, just be quiet, leave it alone, stay home. Because I got these guys telling me I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Let me explain something. When that tire decides to blow in an 18-wheeler, it don't matter how many times you can check it. When it decides to blow, it's going to blow. If it's within the tread radius, You know they're not going to give you a new tire, and these tires are all they're what they're called retreads. They take the old tread off and glue another one on there, so they're not worth a darn. That's why I had 2 blowouts in 1 week. It's just my time. I haven't had trailer tire blowouts in a long time. But I got called everything but a child gun. I'm stupid. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a million-mile driver. I'm not stupid. I don't need you to tell me what to do. The only person I respect and I'm going to look about learn something about a truck, I call Charles. When he tell me something, I listen. Because I know that man that did, he's going on what? 30 or 40 freaking years driving an 18-wheel. So I have the utmost respect when he does it. But and I have the utmost respect as my friend because he'll tell me, look, I remember a long time ago, he said, look, man, you need to relax. Because I wanted to fix him and he needed to relax. He said, look, bro, it took you 45, 50 years to fuck yourself up. It's going to take just as much time and maybe a whole lot longer to clean yourself up, to fix yourself. I'll give you a prime example. This is why I know there's a God. And it's not because the lightning bolts that hit the whatever, no. And I'm going to use this as an example. Carnival Cruise Line has changed their drinking policy again. Used to be you could order a drink and then you had to wait 5 minutes to order the next one. Okay. I used to be a very heavy drinker. When I say very heavy, I mean really heavy. I mean like going to the meetings heavy. Carnival Cruise Line has said for you to get your next drink, you have to wait 10 minutes. And people are in an uproar. And my thing is, you're in such a rush to guzzle that beer down or guzzle that drink down. 3 drinks in, you're gonna be slap stinking drunk because you're guzzling this crap down. And the reason I say that these bartenders, they want you to give them more money, more tip money. They're not just going to give you the 1 little ounce of alcohol. They put more in there. So if you shove it down real quick and you're not an experienced drinker, you're not a heavy drinker, what's going to happen? You're heading towards a blackout. You're heading towards a blackout. And the reason I say that is God knew I needed a buffer zone. And again, I used to be very heavy drinker. But I've slowed down, I'd say about 90, let's be honest, about 90%. And the reason is my wife doesn't like me drinking because her ex was a horrible drunk. Man, I just do stupid stuff. But now I think about it because I've done some dumb stuff trying to rush the alcohol into me and wind up blacking out. I've had 3 blackouts in the last 10 years being with her. It wasn't great. It wasn't funny. And my life became very miserable for a good long period of time. So I make a concerted effort. If I'm gonna drink something, I'm gonna have this, and that's it. And right now, I'm thinking about slowing that down even more. And I'm going to. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm doing it. And I tear up. And it's not, I'm not going to admit to nothing because I've been through a whole lot. Especially when I'm over the road and I walk by alcohol, maybe in a Walmart and I tear up and start crying because the first word comes out my mouth is nope, I'm good. I tear up. I've never been so happy to say nope, I'm good. Because what they don't tell you about doing this job and having this life, it is the most lonely, it's the most miserable, the most destitute, the most, you name it. Especially if you're going through something in a bad relationship, it just multiplies it tenfold. It makes you think that everybody is against you. It makes you think that the world's coming to an end. And you just want to be numb. The numb gonna get you behind arrested. See, a lot of people, why you do why? And I'm not a drug addict. Why? But we're talking about why do you do the drugs? And, something happened to these poor people. Something happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Age, partying too much. Something destroyed them. They got hurt way too many times, and nobody taught anybody how to overcome adversity, overcome sorrow, overcome them. Nobody's teaching these things. All we'll do is, oh, I'll pray for you. I'll say a prayer for you. But nobody's saying, hey, well, I don't know if this helps. This is what I did. I don't know what you're going through, but I'm here for you. I don't know how to fix it, but I got your back. A lot of people are embarrassed to say that they, are not well. They're not normal. They're stuck. I have two best friends, childhood friends, because they earned that. Both of them earned that title. But my friend Vincent, which I've known for over 50 years, he didn't tell me that he was manic depressive. And that, I think the definition I'm looking for is his depression would never go away. And I didn't know that. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. And my wife, she was like, why isn't he excited? He got, we went to his wedding. Why is he excited? He should be happy, man. I explained what was going on. And and he's, he's on, pressure medication and all kinds of different types of medication. But he still should know. You don't understand. And he had to explain it to me. He said it's like walking around life with a veil over your eyes. That you're there, but you don't see it. And he said when the right medication kicks in, that veil is lifted. And it just blew me away. And that's why now I understand. But it's something. And I talked to him the other day, and that's why I know because I went through it. It's so funny. I was telling Jonathan, and it was eye opening for me because I said, "Hey, Charles, man," when I talked to Vincent, man, I got to get so pumped up because it's mentally draining. And he said, by the way, that's the same thing I'm going to do with you. And boy, with that eye opener from my ass, I didn't know that I was so low down the totem pole. Something, you know what I mean? And we, as men, we want to tell you how we feel. But as soon as we do, as soon as we do, it's weaponized. As soon as we do, it's weaponized. I still learned that one. My wife asked me questions, and I'm like, nah, that's a setup. I'm not answering that. Well, what do you mean? No, no. What are you trying to say? I'm not trying to say nothing. And I'll literally walk away. There used to be a Christian group, and I don't. It was just a phase like everything else, but I just wish it was still around. It was called the Promise Keepers, where men, Christian men, got together. It wasn't. It didn't seem like it was racially motivated, but Christian men got together. And I remember I went to one Promise Keepers meeting. It was a show in, uh, I think it was a Coliseum, and it was just 30,000 men on their knees praying to God, coming together as men. You know, we consider that we don't have feelings, and if we do have feelings, we're sassy and all that. Y'all make up names for men trying to explain themselves. Because you know what? If you keep something bottled up for so long, you're gonna bust a blood vessel in your head. You're gonna spasm out. And again, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just telling you what I've been through. And we need to have a relief valve. And a lot of times, the person you want to be a relief valve is your spouse, your lover, your friend, your wife. But you're a little hesitant. You're a little hesitant because you don't want. Because you hear it all a lot of time. You get one chance. One chance. I'm 58 and still feel like a child when it comes to some thoughts. Driving a truck is the hardest thing in the world. Why? Because you got so much time to think. So much time. You got too much time. Too much time in your hand. But, I mean, yeah, you just got too much time on your hands. I'll just say it like it is. But I would like to be, and I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna keep on working on being healed. But I know eventually I'm gonna have to get some counseling. Too much has happened. This is gonna be the first Thanksgiving of my son is not invited over my house. I told him I'm gonna have nothing to do with it because he believes uh, a white, what's the word I'm looking for? A white racist, it was the same. And I'm totally wrong. And I said, no, I'm not gonna have. I'm, I'm, I'm not gonna look past this. I can't look by. I can't look past this. You done went deep into Trump territory, and I'm not. I didn't bring you. I didn't bring you up like that. And I know my anger would be hateful and hurtful towards him because of that. So I had look. We can agree to disagree, but I can't. I can't associate with someone who believes what that man said about black women, black people, about the about Martin Luther King and everything else. That I'm not. I can't say that's okay. That's some coonery. That's some coonery. Coonish. I can't do it. And I didn't go to. I did once, but I don't sit there and tell about it. But that hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. But I mean, hey, I got to do like we men are trained to do. Shove them feelings down, way deep down. But every once in a while it comes out. Got to talk about it. Every once in a while it comes out. That's why I know it's time. It's time. It's time to go home. My release valve is working in the yard. I got a whole bunch of leaves that I'm not gonna mulch them. I'm gonna rake them up. I have a leaf vacuum, a vacuum, and then I'm gonna burn them. And I'm gonna sit outside and relax. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a marathon, maybe 5 hour, whatever. Just leave the camera on, just work in the yard, just working. Not the phone, but I'm gonna hook up the other camera so it won't overheat, and do it like that. You know what I mean? But I need my release valve, and after this month, we're gonna shut it down every 3 weeks. I'm not gonna stay. I stayed out 2 months this time, and hey, it is what it is. But what we're gonna do? Uh, well, my vacuum, I got a compost pile, but I really ain't been doing. I really didn't do it right. I really didn't do it right. I got to read up on composting. I really didn't do it right. But hey, Mike, I got a vacuum that it puts it in a bag, but it shreds the leaves up to really small pieces, and that's what probably. So I could put a lot of that leaves in the compost pile, but I'm doing something wrong. I just been throwing it on the pile and they ain't really been doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? I mean, literally. Y'all can see, thank God the sun's coming up. It's been foggy for the last hour or so. So we'll figure it out. Shit, no chilling. But see, I do know one thing. We all go through something. A lot of times we all are going through something. And it takes the right person to recognize, hey, that person's going through something. You all right? And when you realize that, when the person realizes and says something, you don't know how much that actually helps a person. Because you're saying, hey, I was hiding it. Saying, hey, how you doing? Oh, great, great. You know, your life is falling apart. You know, everything sucks. And I'm not saying my life, everything sucks. I'm really good. I just need to stop eating junk food again. I'm on a junk food kick.
You are approaching a base station in 5.0 miles.
Back in Florida. We got 263 to the door, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest with you, I can't wait. That's going to give me 2,700 miles for the week. That's some hard work. I had 1,000 miles to get this weekend, and this is the culmination of it right here. No, November 1150, 1,150 miles is the last leg of it. This is the last leg. But here's my question to the people that are listening. What would you do if you knew somebody was hiding something? Someone close to you that's hiding a hurt feeling, a hurt pain. What would you do? Hey, I'm here. We need to talk. A lot of times what we don't understand is, say I need, I want, if you want it, don't give no advice. Just nod your head. A lot of people, all they want,
Station in 5.0 miles.
all they want is somebody just to give a flip. All they want is somebody to vent to. A lot of times, you hear somebody talking, they'll figure out in the middle of the conversation how to handle it. In the middle of the conversation, they'll figure out how to handle it. See what he just said. Hold on. Oh, but you put it in for anybody that is new to the channel, situated a certain way. But if I see the words in in uppercase, it's something important. And I waited.
Station in 1.1 miles.
I waited till we got out of Georgia so I could touch my phone. Because you know, I'm not supposed to touch my phone. That's why I put it right back in the mouth. Let's see. Florida has an agricultural station. A lot of times they'll just wave you through, but sometimes um they want to know what you're hauling. You gotta wait on this line. See, this stuff that we got to do that y'all get to drive by. It's all good. Do, 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 do. This is not normal. They're gonna inspect. They're probably gonna inspect the truck. Because normally you just drive straight through this. Yes. Yeah. Oh, now I know what I got. I got a Fabuloso cleaner. Half the time I don't even be checking what I got. Wait, what you got? I don't know. You're supposed to know. No, I'm not. It's none of my daggone business. I just transport it. As long as if it ain't hazmat, explosive, or dangerous, I don't give a flip. You know? Wait a line. Don't stop it. Don't ask me. Fabuloso. Even ask me. Boy, didn't ask me. Fabuloso. He didn't even ask. Like, what the heck? Oh. I'm gonna hit Jacksonville's rush hour, which is
From
fun.
also see poor conditions where they expect foggy conditions and limited visibility. If these conditions are present, consider reducing speed, disengaging cruise control, and increasing following distance.
Hopefully, I can get to Jacksonville. That'll set me straight down there. But we shall see. We shall see. Woo-hoo. Oh man. But a lot of times, guys, mental health is a real thing. Um, People are making fun of this. I think it was a black young lady who was a cosplayer
Station in 1.1 miles.
that committed suicide. I don't know why, but everybody's making fun that you can handle it or something. And I think it's just sad because you don't realize what someone is going through. You don't realize that a lot of times a chemical imbalance can occur in the brain from anything. You know, the Buddy Benson was telling me that he had a chemical imbalance because you know he had sleep apnea and didn't know it. So all of these years he's choking off air to his brain, oxygen to the brain, and it caused a chemical imbalance. People, if it's not treated correctly, these things are what's going to happen. You got that guy Anthony Bourdain. He traveled the whole world and wound up hanging himself in a hotel room. You don't know what someone's going through. And a lot of times in our society, we've lost compassion. We've lost compassion. We've lost empathy to feel for someone. Everything we think is a joke in the black community. I ain't crazy. Nobody said I was. I'm just working something out with a professional. I'm working something out. Why is seeking counseling and learning how to adapt, learning how to cope? I was never taught coping mechanisms.
Approaching a base station in 1.1 miles.
Nobody. I had to figure it out, and I'm screwing it up. No, got to jump into the way station. Nobody taught me, and it's just nobody figured it out. And I just now, not just now, meaning the last 10 years, started figuring out, at least I thought I did, but then a lot of the other stuff, like I was saying at the beginning of the conversation, that, okay, I'm not healed from that yet. But I did learn from somebody to say to yourself, hey, I'm in a safe position now. Hey, I'm okay. Hey, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Hey, don't get upset. Understand. Everybody's not against you. Some people actually give a f about you. Don't ruin that. Don't self-sabotage your relationship because you're not used to being happy. Fix it. Say thank yous. Show appreciation. Learn from your mistakes. I was talking about blacking out earlier. I thought I learned from it, but that's why I don't. That's why on a cruise ship, I'm not trying to chuck them down. I have a feeling that leave it alone. That's it. because I don't want the smoke and I don't want the drama. And it's so funny, for health reasons, my body's starting to say no, no anyway, and that's a good thing. My subconscious might not like it, but my conscious is. And this is so funny. I haven't had had a long run like this in years. I can't even remember the last one. But as soon as I seen 1,100 miles, I was like, oh heck! I was like, oh heck yeah! And I got up at like two. I was really up at one this morning. Getting ready. But the difference is, I can't say that I am fully healed, but a lot it's either healed or a lot is dealt with, and I can move on. I can't say I'm fully healed. We're going to have to definitely work on that. But a lot of it's been dealt with. Can any of y'all in the chat say that you've been fully healed? A lot of us don't. Hey, nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. You know. But I'm excited to get home this week. Um, I had the wife put the turkey in a bucket so it can defrost. Trying to get her to start a marinade. Wait till the last minute to put the salt in it. We'll see if she did it. We'll see. Don't know if she did or not, but we'll see. Oh, we shall see. Um, I get a notification on my onboard tablet that you've entered another. There's so many errors where people be stealing stuff, but I got a big old lock on the back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and cut it a little short. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for listening to the conversation. Um, Check out some of my shorts. I found some good music to drive to. And just check out some of the stories. Appreciate it. My hours have drastically dropped to dang near nothing. So I done gave up on that crap. But it is what it is. Guys, thanks for being a part of the conversation, part of the show. And coming up next, wellness is about to take the stage. Positive affirmations and fashion sense. After that, cruising is fun anytime with the crew. Go live together at 9 o'clock. And Miss T with the T at 9:15. Y'all have a blessed day. And as always, you don't think nobody loves you. Know that I love you and God loves you. We shall see y'all tomorrow. Deuces. Peace out.